And then I want to go to check. Right. Welcome and thank you for joining me. And it's an absolute privilege to be here in collaboration with Women with Altitude and her smile to help you discover your smile and confidently present yourself on the awards night. So what I want to first of all do is congratulate you for being here, for showing up for yourself, for your personal style, because when you invest in you, then only you benefit. You benefit, not only you benefit enormously, but so do everybody else around you. Everyone you come in contact with can pick up on that positive vibe. And that's what's so important, is that we feel guilty investing in ourselves, when in actual fact, when we invest in ourselves, we are helping others. So we have to be strong so that we can be confident, so that we can uplift other people. And so by helping yourself, you're helping others. So congratulations for being here. And also, if you are a finalist because you're going to the awards, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, well done for putting the entry in, because it's such hard work. It's such a lot of work and a lot of time to sit down and think through those questions and type down the answers. And you're feeling guilty spending that time doing that because you feel as you should be somewhere else doing something else. But when in actual fact, when you do that process, as Andrea has said over and over again, when you do it, you actually realize how far you have come. So for those of you who didn't get the entry in, I've heard some ladies say, I started writing it out and I just never got to finish it on time. Maybe get started earlier, or just dedicate a Sunday afternoon and get it done, because you really are investing in your business when you do it, because you start realizing the processes that you've been through, the baby steps that have become milestones. And so these are really important for building businesses, and we are here to support you. And so now what we want to do is also thank anyone who's attending the awards or this evening to watch. Thank you for attending, if you are a supporter, because we need your support and we value support, and we really enjoy all your screaming and clapping and shouting for us on the night. And so it's, again, all working together, lifting people up together. So congratulations for being here. And we are going to be talking about how we can help you arrive on the night and feel confident in your skin. Okay. So first of all, we ask, well, what is a gala dinner? What is a gala ball? What is a gala event? Okay. And this is the part where normally it is black tie. And black tie means that we really do get dressed up to the nines. You go to a lot of trouble. The men have their tux on, and the women normally have a beautiful evening gown on. So this is how it normally is, all right? But now this is what you need to do, is you are going to attend this gala event. How do you know what to wear? And the way you're going to know what to wear is to actually read the invitation, okay? Because you'll find some clues in the invitation, and they will tell you somewhere what they are expecting you to wear, to give you some idea of what you can expect yourself to be arriving in, all right? And so if we go and look at the Women with Altitude invitation, it's dressed, they actually have a dress code, and they say that it is a very dressy night, but the men don't have to wear tuxedos. So this means that still go to a lot of trouble, but I suppose what Andrea's meaning here is, we don't want you to feel as though you're being told what to do. We want you to feel as though you are arriving being you. And that's really, really important for your brand, for yourself, for your confidence, and for your comfort. Because if you are comfortable, you will be confident, okay? And if you are comfortable and confident, you will represent your brand. And that's what this is about, isn't it? It's about our businesses and what we are stepping up for ourselves, and not only ourselves, but our baby that we have created and nurtured and have spent the hours and hours and days and lives creating. And now we want to be representing not only ourselves, but the brand, and arriving and feeling comfortable in the way we wear. So then again, you need to be looking at, now, okay, we know that it's a very dressy night, that the men don't necessarily have to wear a tuxedo, which means that we don't necessarily have to wear a long evening gown, but then you must look at the weather. So what time of the year is it? Is it an indoor event? Is it an outdoor event? What will you be expecting to wear? Because again, you want to be comfortable. So the Women with Altitude Gala Ball is normally held in December in Sydney. And that is usually warm weather, okay? But you just never know these days what you're going to be expecting. So you need to be considering all this. But it is held indoors. So then that's normally heated if it's cold or cooled if it's hot. So that's what you can expect, okay? What I've actually done at some events before is actually phoned the venue, and asked them what temperature they run their cooling system at, so that I have some idea as to what I should be wearing on the night. Because, I mean, seriously, we do need to know, okay? Because, again, we need to be comfortable so we can enjoy ourselves, because this cost us a lot of money to get there, okay? So now we think about the actual event, all right? Is it formal event that we're going to? Is it a party style? What should you be wearing? Because that's very important according to that, all right? You need a little bit more information. So what then we do is, when you arrive for an evening, it's saying Women with Altitude wants you to have fun and dress up, a very dressy event, okay? So this normally means some form of formal outfit, okay? A dress, a gown, something that is formal and appropriate for the weather, for the venue, and for your comfort zone. We don't want you to be uncomfortable and constantly be tugging at the clothes, or they're too tight or too whatever, too restrictive. And Andrea's actually words were not too restrictive. Why? Because she wants you to be comfortable. Okay, great. So in this case, Andrea's and Women with Altitude's event is actually black tie optional. In other words, not necessary to wear a tuxedo. That's meaning the men, referring to the men, unless, of course, you love to wear a tuxedo, and that's great. We'd love to see you in one. But it just also means that for some of the women who are considering a gown, it doesn't have to be full length. It can be a cocktail dress or some other kind of formal wear, all right? So now, ladies, start getting creative. Start thinking expansively and openly, and allow the creative juices to start to flow, okay? The other thing I'd like you to consider is the actual location. So the venue of where this event will be held. Is it a casual cafe or coffee bar, or is it actually going to be a formal event, all right, a formal venue? And by that, I mean a wedding event or a conference room, or somewhere where again, the people are going to expect you to be arriving and not be dressed in jeans that have got holes in them. All right, you know what I mean. You've been to these places, okay? So this venue is at the Liverpool Catholic Club, okay? That's where Women with Altitude are holding the event. And that place, the Liverpool Catholic Club, is actually now the premier function venue for the Southwest Sydney area. So they've gained a huge reputation. They are now the place where the go-to place for weddings, for corporate events. And so I think you're just getting the vibe here that they are expecting you to have some respect for them when you arrive. Okay, please come dressed appropriately for this sort of event. So this is what we're going to address now. So again, so that no one's disappointed and everybody arrives feeling comfortable, we want to make sure that you are actually going to be dressed appropriately for the event, and they will actually let you in. All right, okay, great. So what is a very dressy night for women? Well, it can be a cocktail dress, an evening gown, and some other hidden surprise that I've got for you. Okay, so let's keep going. What the most important thing, and really deep in my heart, is that I want you to listen very carefully to this and have a lot of fun with it. Okay, and that is, what is your personal style? Now, yes, I'm talking about you. And this is where you're going to go and stand in the mirror, all right? I want you to stand in the mirror and look at yourself. And do you know who you are? All right? Who are you? Okay? Sometimes we look at clothing, and in fact, probably most of the time, we are watching other people. We watch other people and we are led by them. We are guided by them. We think, oh, I want to look like her. She looks so good in that outfit. The problem is with doing that is you are not her, okay? You are you, uniquely you. And that's what you need to find, is how exciting that is, that person inside you, that personality inside you, okay? Inside that body, you are unique. And so by copying someone else, that person has dressed according to their personality, their body shape, and their lifestyle, okay? Their choice of clothes, their choice of fabrics, what works for them. I don't like anything tight around my waist, okay? I've got a thing about it. So I won't be wearing anything tight about my waist. So if I see somebody wearing a dress that's got a tight waist and I go and buy it, I'm going to be really uncomfortable in it. Do you understand? So you need to be looking at you. Let's talk about you and how do we do that? So let's talk about your personality. Do you know your personality? Okay. Just trying to get rid of all these things on my screen that's hiding everything. How would you describe yourself? Now, this is very tricky. You know, it's very tricky to ask yourself how you would describe yourself. So I went to my daughter, Kirsten, that's here at the bottom of the page, and I went, please, will you give me 3 to 4 words to describe who I am? And she just went, boom, 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 boom. All right. So the hint is to go and ask people close to you. Now, I don't want them to give you, are you friendly and compassionate and kind, because that's not going to help you with your dress sense, all right? They need to give you information that describes who you are, all right? Your personality. Are you bold? Are you gentle? Are you feminine? Are you dramatic, all right? These are the kind of words you're wanting from them, okay? You want them, are you classic? Are you sexy? Are you gentle? These are the kind of words, descriptive words that you want them to give you, all right? Then you're going to go and stand in the front of the mirror. You write them down, stand in front of the mirror, and you're going to say those words. You're going to mull around with them. You're going to think them through. You're going to sleep on it. You're going to wake up in the night and write the words down that come to your head. If on the day, as you're going around, you're going to imagine yourself in those words, 3 to 4 words that people you've now gathered from people close to you that they've used to describe you. And then you're going to sit and think about those words and are they really you? And then this is the thing where I want you to now, what you need to really understand is when you have found your words, it's really, really important because now you've found your confidence because you understand who you are. And it's just these words. They're fantastic to carry them around with you all the time, and to be constantly going, is that me? Was I me when I said that to him, when I presented my conference, when I presented my talk, when I stood up and I asked for that coffee? Practice it when you're ordering a coffee. Those 3, 4 words that define you. Are you being confident, bold, dramatic? Find those words that are you, okay? Are you unique? Okay, we are all unique. So I want you to stand in front of the mirror and I want you to be saying those 3 words. Do they truly describe you? But normally when you're describing you, you're describing your brand as well, all right? Because that's what you've created, is something that is you. So you're probably, your brand is also those words. And that is something that I have found with her smile, with Kirsten and I, because we're a combination of my daughter and myself, but we are rebranding at the moment. And where we have come to with the branding developer have been such an exciting journey. And when we started, I had my descriptive words of who I was. And I've realized now that I've become more those words than I ever was. And those words were there before the brand change, before the rebrand. And yet it's made me a stronger version of myself as we've rebranded. And it's really exciting. So don't be frightened. I want you to embrace this, because now when you've got your words, you're going to carry them forward as we decide how we're going to dress you, right? So before we can dress you, you need to understand your shape, this model, this body that you're going to be putting these clothes on. You need to understand the shape that you are, okay? It's really important. And when you do, again, it's a huge confidence builder, all right? So we're not talking about your bone structure. We are not talking about your size. We are talking about your bone structure, all right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually work out what your body shape is first. A lot of people don't understand their body shape, and it's really important if you are going to dress it. And I'm sure you understand that, okay? So what we are wanting to do is take your body shape, no matter what it is, and try and get it in proportion with what we call illusion dressing, okay? So we dress it in clothing and create illusion, okay? Good. So what we're going to do now is, first of all, establish your bad body shape by taking your measurements. So you're going to take your measurements across your bust, then you're going to take your measurements under your bust, then you're going to take it across your belly button, then you're going to take it across your hips with your feet together, and then you're going to take it across your mid-thighs, all right? You're going to write all those measurements down. Now you're going to study those measurements, because now what we're going to do is take you through a journey of 5 different shape types, and you're going to fit in mainly into one of them. All right. So if you look at your measurements, you're going to see whether your bust and your hips are more or less the same size and your waist is bigger or smaller. You're going to see whether your hips are much larger than your shoulders, or the other way around, your shoulders are much larger than your hips. Okay. Or you're going to find that you are evenly proportioned with your waist, with your shoulders, with your hips, and your waist's not much smaller, or that it's much smaller and defined. Okay, so let's have a look at your numbers. Okay, and then you're going to actually, I hope you're making notes while we're doing this, and now we're just going to go through the 5 shapes. Okay, so shape number 1, well, it's not number 1, it's just one of the shapes, is the pear shape. And so as you can see, you've got a tiny shoulders, tiny upper body, and then just larger measurements around your waist and thighs. Okay, and so you're not alone. There are lots of celebrities with these shapes, as you can see. And so you will benefit by keeping it all structured, and we want to keep we want to make you more balanced. So we are always trying to make the body balanced with what clothes we put on. Excuse me. So we put clothes on to balance the proportions. All right. So if you've got large hips and they're bothering you, then what we do is we focus on your tiny waist and we make your shoulders the statement piece. All right. So we want to attract the eye to the shoulders. And as you can see by the clothing that Rihanna's got on, she's gone with her eyeline going up to the shoulders, back, keep making the shoulders and the bust show. Okay. So is very clever. We trick the eye. So we take the eye up to the eyes up to the shoulders and the bust, and we then take the eye and the focus off the hips if they are bothering you, and your thighs. Okay, so that's what we do with the dressing, and we'll be coming more into this as we go along. So again, looking at your measurements, if you've got larger measurements around your hip and smallest around your bust and your shoulders, then you're more than likely this shape, and that's your focus, is to draw the eye line up with your clothing. Okay, if you are, excuse me, an apple shape, that means that your shoulders and your hips are more or less the same size, and maybe your waist is just a little bit bigger than that. Okay, so you've normally got beautiful legs and beautiful arms and a beautiful bust. So those are your parts of your body that you're going to highlight. Okay, so what we do is we all have areas of our body that we love, and so we like to highlight them. And so that will be what you'd be highlighting with your dressing. As you can see here, she's showing off her legs, or she's showing off her beautiful arms and bust, or her entire shoulders upstairs, up at the top. Okay, so that's what we do with the apple shape. Now we move on to the hourglass, and this is where you are normally very blessed, because you've got the body that most of us want, and that is your shoulders and your hips are more or less the same size, and you've got a very beautiful, tiny, defined waist. And that is, as you can see, all those beautiful women that have those beautiful body shapes. And so we want to just show off the assets. You can have fun with your body shape, okay? And so we'll be getting into the style of dress that you can wear. And then the rectangular shape. So that's kind of like me, straight up and down. I don't have a waist. I don't have hips. I don't have a bust. I just don't have anything. Straight up and down, that's me. And some of you can also relate to that. And so we need to try and create curves so that we're not so straight up and down and boring, okay? And so that's what we do with the garments. As you can see with the way they've dressed here, well, I mean, we're not going to be going in a bikini, but that's just to illustrate a rectangular body. Okay, and then we go into the inverted triangle, also a beautiful body, and that is, you've got the most gorgeous shoulders and a tiny waist and, you know, tiny hips. And so the goal is to just give a bit of volume around the hips, and you can again draw to all your beautiful parts of your body where your bust is, and you want to, as they've done, you can see in that beautiful dress, showing the gorgeous leg. Okay, so lots of fun can be had with all the body shapes, ladies, and that's what we're going to be doing. So let's dig deep. When you are choosing your outfit, ladies, what I want you to do is to be constantly reminding yourself of your 3 defining words. When you are choosing your outfit, do you feel like those 3 defining words? Okay, so mine are creative, bold, and unique. That's when I asked Kirsten, what are the 3 words you'd use to describe me? She went, creative, bold, and unique. All right. So when I put on my clothes, I stand in the mirror and I go, am I creative, bold, and unique? Okay. So this is what you need to be saying when you are choosing your garments. All right. Now, there are a variety of, there are a few different garments dresses we can wear to Women with Altitudes event, because they have saying it doesn't have to be a tuxedo black tie event, which means you don't have to wear a long dress. We've got some creativity happening here. Okay. So the cocktail dress, that's the cocktail dress, is the dress that's short. So it can be from, mid-thigh and down to the mid-ankle, to below the knee. That's your cocktail dress. It's a short dress. It was termed by Coco Chanel in the 30s, okay? And she made it out of men's underwear fabric. And so it was clingy and tight, all right? So really adventurous of her as she was. And so it really took off and people started to wear it. It was a short dress that was suitable for formal occasions. So it wasn't only just for drinking at cocktails at a bar. It could also be used for any formal event, like attending an interview or going to a formal event or a wedding or whatever. You could wear it anywhere if the dress code was cocktail. All right. Now you can dress these dresses up with lots of, and any of your garments that you're going to be wearing, especially because it's a Christmas event. This is a Christmas event. That's how it was last year. And so we like bling, especially Andrea. She loves bling. Okay, so come bling, ladies. Really go to town. You want bling shoes, bling. Look, let's face it. We've all been restricted by COVID. And Andrea is giving you the green light. No restrictions. Get out the bling. Do it. We're going to be dancing and having a ball at the gala ball. All right. So your opportunity to dress up, be bold, be beautiful. Okay. Again, get back to your 3 defining words. Don't forget them. So let's look at these cocktail dresses that are available for your shape. Now, I mean, you can go with any dress that you like. These are just suggestions, okay? So we said with the pear shape, you've got broader hips than you have shoulders and bust. So we want to show off the beautiful bust and the tiny waist. And then you can hide your broader hips underneath a full skirt. Look how clever that is, all right? And here with the apple, if you're going to be wanting to show off that beautiful bust, your beautiful arms, your beautiful legs, then a cocktail dress is probably a good idea for you. And then you can define your waist, ladies, by just going slightly above your waist to where you are below the bust but above the waist. And you can create another waist that's smaller. And then you put the volume of your hips and your middle underneath the dress. Do you understand? Your illusion dressing. So no one knows it's under there because you've got this beautiful garment they're all looking at, and your eyes going straight up to the beautiful neckline, the bust, and the beautiful arms, or to those gorgeous shaped legs that you've got that you're going to put in high heels to show off those gorgeous calf muscles. Do you understand what we're doing here? All right. So a cocktail dress is a gorgeous option for you. Now, of course, look at that gorgeous lady in this hourglass outfit. Yes, we all love her beautiful bust, her tiny waist, and her gorgeous hips. And so she, again, can have lots of fun with opening the shoulders, the bust, having lots of fun with that body and just showing off the shape. Then you get me, the poor, boring me with a straight up and down body. We try to create shape, all right, by making the shoulders a little bit broader, by making the hips a little bit broader. That will then help me to bring my waistline in and make me look as though I've got a waist, okay? So that's what we do with the rectangle body. And then the inverted triangle, well, what we want to do is you've got tiny hips, so we want to give them some volume, and then you're going to show off the beautiful broad shoulders that you've got and the bust to go with it. Lucky you. Okay, so that's what you can be doing with your cocktail dress. Lots of options there. Beautiful way to arrive to the event. And then you get your little black dress, okay? They say that every wardrobe should have a little black dress. And so here we go again. You can see the same principle with the pear, showing that, taking the eye line up, disguising the broad hips underneath a full skirt. The apple, we can be showing off the shoulders and the bust and the beautiful legs and hiding the waist and the middle and the hips. The hourglass, showing off the bust, showing off the beautiful waist and the hips, showing off the legs. You can have a ball. The rectangle, again, trying to make the the shoulders a little bit broader, the hips a little bit broader, and bringing in the waist. And then your triangle, where you're trying to make your hips a little bit broader and showing off your beautiful broad shoulders. So there you can have some fun with your little black dress. Okay, again, go back to your 3 defining words, your 4 defining words. You might have 5 defining words, whatever your words are to describe you that you're comfortable with. Keep looking at those, re-saying those words, especially if you're trying the outfits on. If you're in a departmental store and you're trying on the outfits in the dressing room. Okay, we'll be getting to that later. And now we go to the long evening dress. So yes, gala balls, a lot of people feel this is what they want to wear. For the last 2 events, I have worn a long evening dress. So yes, long evening ball gowns are a wonderful opportunity. You can hire them. You don't have to buy them because they can be pricey. But here again, as you can see, the same principles apply. Look at the apple showing off her beautiful leg, her bust, her arms. Again, the pair hiding and just showing the leg, but hiding her hips. That's very clever what they've done with the pair. The hourglass showing off her shape. The rectangle, again, can you see how we've tried to make the hips a bit broader? Brings the eyeline up to the bust, although I don't have one. Well, I suppose you can wear a push-up bra, and then trying to bring in the waist to make it look like you've got one. And then your inverted triangle where you're making the hips look a bit more voluminous, and then showing off your beautiful shoulders, okay, with a beautiful length. And of course, any colors. We need to discuss colors as well, and get going back to your 3 defining words, okay? I hope you're having fun. Now, this is what I wanted to present to you was you don't have to be in a dress. You can still be formally dressed in a jumpsuit. Kirsten, my daughter, wore a jumpsuit last year to the Gala Awards, and she looks absolutely gorgeous, all right? So there's no rules against wearing a jumpsuit, and if that's going to make you comfortable, and if that's going to rock your boat, and if that represents your 3, 4, 5 defining words, then go for it, girl, okay? Go for it. Do what you want. This is you, no restrictions. You want to be comfortable on the night, okay? So here are some jumpsuit options, as you can see. The pear, the apple, I love that apple outfit. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And of course, the hourglass showing off again. Rectangle, yeah, well, I'm going to have a V-neck to try and bring your eye up to my bust and my shoulders, and try and bring something in to show off my waist. And then the inverted triangle, gorgeous options here, bringing the eye up to the shoulders, and then making the hips look a bit more voluminous, but gorgeous. And so having the wide leg will make her hips look wider and more balanced down at the bottom if she's got very broad shoulders at the top. Okay, so there, have some fun with that. Okay, now where do you find your clothes? So there are many options. You can just go to departmental stores, all right? Into departmental stores. That's what I did with Her Smile retreat 2 weeks ago in Sydney. I took them shopping in the CBD. My ladies each had their shopping lists. They had sent them to me. I went running around Sydney the day before, making sure that I had found everything that I wanted them to try on, so that on the actual day, we just went boom, boom, boom in the changing rooms in David Jones and Myers, all right? They've got fabulous stuff and gorgeous colors out at the moment. So get you into a departmental store or into a mall. A mall is a lot more work because you're now going to have to run from shop to shop to shop. But now that's the one way of doing it. If you're a hands-on person who needs to just try it on and feel it, and look at yourself in the mirror and say those defining words, we've still got some time. You've got this weekend, you've got next weekend, and I think you've got the following weekend. So what's this weekend? It's the 17, 18, 19, 20. No, you've got this weekend and next weekend. So you've got 2 weekends, all right, to go shopping in the stores if you've got stores to get to. But not everyone's that lucky. So then what you can do is you can start Googling. You get onto Google and you start punching in cocktail dress, apple shape, red. That's your color of choice, all right? Now, what color do you wear? What I suggest you do is you probably have some idea of the colors that look good on you. When you are wearing your clothes, if you're getting compliments, try and work out what it is that you're being complimented about, because it could be the color you're wearing. So whenever I wear pink, just this last weekend, we had a photo shoot for our rebrand, and I happened to be wearing pink, and the photographer went, "Oh, Adele, pink is your color." And yet I wear a lot of black because of the nature of my work. doing the beauty, the styling, nails, doing personal training. If I don't wear black, the stuff gets dirty. If I'm doing facials and stuff like, the clothes can get dirty and pick up. So I wear black a lot. And yet he was saying, pink's your color, girl. And I know that, all right? So when I go out, I like to wear pink. So then put pink. Pink dress for rectangle shape in Australia. Put it on. And a whole lot of images are going to come up, all right? Do it in Pinterest. Now, what you do is you go on your phone and you go into the App Store and you download. Here at the bottom, you'll see it says Google Lens. Oh, at the top, it says Google Lens, all right? Google Lens. So you click Google Lens and you download it, all right? Then you go onto Pinterest or whatever and you start screenshotting all the images that you like, or saving them if your phone can save them. Then you take those images and you put them into Google Lens, and it'll instantly show you where you'll find it. It'll show you where you can buy it, because it'll show you where it's available on Google, anywhere on the internet. And then you can see whether it's available in Australia. And I ordered something recently from Scotland that was posted from China, and I got it in 7 days. They posted it on the Monday and I received it the following Monday. So there's still 2.5 weeks for you to get a delivery from overseas. If you are paid Express International, and it arrived in 7 days. Okay, so you've still got time to do this, ladies. Oh my goodness, what fun! So much fun to do this, right? Okay, so now we need to know what are the do's and don'ts for dressing for a gala event. Okay, so again, not casual, because we've now realized what it is that we need to wear. Not too revealing. Okay, keep it classy, ladies. Colors, go with colors that you feel comfortable in, that are going to make you shine. This is your time to shine. But again, remember your 3 defining words. Does it represent your brand as well? Because you might be in business with someone else, all right? And you might be arriving together. So are your outfits going to complement one another when you get called up as a winner? You're a winner for being there, okay? Great, all right. So I advise all my clients when we're shopping, don't buy 30 black tops. Buy 2 good quality ones. Save your money and buy quality. It lasts longer. The fabric is better quality. That's what you're paying for, is the cut, the shape, the tailoredness, the attention to detail, the quality of the fabric, the garment overall will make you stand out and make you look better. It's noticeable, all right, when you have spent money on clothing. And then accessorize. So if you have got an outfit that's sort of understated, then you can use bling and accessorize, okay, with your shoes, your jewelry, your bag, whatever, okay? Please make sure that the dress is clean and pressed, or the garment, whatever it is you choose to wear. Please make sure your shoes are clean. Your handbag is clean. All right? You want to represent yourself. You do these things, you feel confident when you arrive. Simple things, but that matters. Make sure you've got your lipstick, your purse, your money, your phone, your hairbrush, okay? Make sure you've got some eye drops, okay? Because then they can keep your eyes clean. You might suddenly develop an eye infection, as I did 2 or 3 weeks ago when I attended doing a presentation at Women with Altitude in Blue Mountains. I woke up with an eye infection. All right. And we are traveling. A lot of us are traveling for this event interstate. So you need to make sure that you are well packed for these things and expect the worst. All right. It's the worst case scenario. What can go wrong? All right. You might lose a button. So take a sewing kit. And don't wear anything too tight or revealing, because you're going to feel uncomfortable. And this is your night to be confident. So uncomfortable does not equal confident, okay? So think this through. If you're not sure what to wear, ask Andrea. You can come to me if you like, or you can phone the events if you're wanting some advice from them, the actual Catholic club, Liverpool Catholic Club. Okay, so yes, This is Christmas. We've been restricted with so many things, and hopefully this is going to go ahead now. There'll be no more lockdowns. We're going to have a Women with Altitude unrestricted event. We are going to go dressed up with bling and Christmassy. We are going to enjoy the month of Christmas and enjoy Christmas itself. And it's starting now with planning this amazing event that Andrea has gone to so much trouble to create for you, so that you have a reason to frock up. All right. So frock up and go and visit all those places where you can buy the beautiful bling and get it on. This is your time to shine. Yeah, this will make you smile. All right. We want every woman to discover her smile. And shoes and bags again. All right. You've got time to get out there. I saw beautiful shoes and bags matching on in David Jones and Myers in Sydney, but even on Etsy. If you get on there quickly, you could probably get something here in time. All right. Especially if they are in Australia. All right. Now, what do you need to know before you attend? Have you bought your tickets? I know that's a silly question, but have you bought your ticket yet? Right? It's on the 26th of, the closing for the ticket buying is the 26th of November. All right, we're now the 17th. So you've got less than 10 days to buy your ticket, ladies, because they need to know how many people to cater for. All right. Now, Andrea was also saying that there was an opportunity for you to pop something promotional in the goodie bag. So can you please let Andrea or somebody from Women with Altitude know if you would like to do this? And you need 150 to 170 items, and it needs to be sent to their office. All right. So in the past, I have ordered from Vistaprint and asked them to deliver it straight to Andrea. So then it saves that traveling time. All right. So you need to get it, wiggle on and get it in. All right. If you'd like to donate a prize for a raffle, please let Andrea know. And if you have a group of you that are booking, please get a wiggle on and let Women with Altitude know so that they can put all your people that you're wanting to sit with together. So our leader here in Canberra, Lisa, she is organizing all of us to sit together. I did it last year for our Canberra group. And so it's really nice. And everybody just feels so much more comfortable knowing that they're sitting with people they know. I know that, but we all support one another. And I'm sure you understand that. But you're welcome to sit with us. We'll make you feel welcome too. Okay. Now, ladies, I know it seems obvious, but have you booked your hair appointment for the day? Have you planned to have your nails done? Another very important thing, and we sometimes overlook and we suddenly get there and go, oh my goodness, I've got the wrong underwear. Undergarments and shapewear. We need to get into the department stores this weekend and sort them out, okay? You need to book your makeup appointment, or you need to learn to do your makeup for a formal occasion, or if you know how to do that, that's great. If you don't, I know I can teach you. If you want to let me know, I can help you. You need to buy your dress or hire your dress. Now, there are places where you can hire dresses. My daughter does it all the time. And again, make sure that it's clean and pressed. Decide on what shoes and handbags you're doing. We've been through this. Make sure they are clean. Decide on your accessories. As I said, it's bling, it's Christmas. Have you booked your accommodation? And allow yourself to get there on time, all right? Find out where the actual event is and organize your transport to get there, okay? Or you'll be booking an Uber or whatever it is that you're planning to do. But start thinking about it now. Don't leave it to the 99th hour, because then it raises anxiety. None of us need to be more anxious than we are already attending an awards event, all right? So get organized now so that you feel in control of that. Anxiety is created by not being in control. At the event, at the awards, there are being things that are beyond your control. So these things you are in control of, okay? So this is the event. This is the venue, okay? The Classic Club in Liverpool. This is their address. It starts at 7 p.m. on Saturday the 3rd, and it ends around midnight on Saturday the 3rd. Okay, now you've got the times, no excuse. You've got to, you know where you're going. All right. What do you do on the day? Well, you have your hair done, you have your makeup done, you make sure your nails are done, you get dressed and you leave with enough time to travel. And then when you've done all that, you can arrive and have a lot of fun. Okay, and that's the plan. We are celebrating so much work that you've done to get to this point. We can't all win an award, but we are winners because we are there, and we're going to be supporting one another and just letting our head down about a little bit and just having some fun with it all, okay? Because we mustn't forget that life is about having fun. If you're not having fun being an entrepreneur, then you need to stop being one, okay? It might not be good for your health. So what should you wear to a gala event? Wear something that makes you feel comfortable, confident, and beautiful. And what does your man wear? It's a very dressy night. So that's kind of a gray area. So if you want him to be safe, get him in a jacket and a tie, because he can always take it off if he's uncomfortable. But if he hasn't got it with him, then he's going to feel uncomfortable. And here again is your support. You want him to be comfortable too. So make sure that he is prepared now. You've got 2 weekends to get him in the shops and get him to buy whatever it is that he hasn't got. All right. He needs to check that it fits now. He needs to check that it needs dry cleaning now. Okay. And all those things need to happen now, not the day before, because again, then you raise your anxiety because he's not organized and he's anxious, and you don't need his anxiety as well. You need his support. So support him now before the event, okay? So that he can be your support when he gets there. Unless, of course, he's your partner in business, and well, then he needs your support too, okay? Great. We hope that these tips have helped you figure out what that may be. Are you going to be wearing a gown, or are you going to be dressing in a suit? We'd love to know. And here at Her Smile, we have a holistic approach to teaching women to confidently present themselves to the world. We specialize in teaching you how to move correctly without injury, based on my 45 years of teaching movement, as I'm an ex-ballerina, okay? I've created my own Let's Move Correctly program so that you can also learn how to have a healthy waistline, and that we don't put you on a diet, we teach you your own food formula. We are specialists in true skincare, results that you will definitely get from using the products, and makeup for mature faces, with all my travel around with the world with the global hair and makeup team to the Formula One Grand Prix events with Prince Albert of Monaco. We are also specializing in helping women dress for their changing body so they can confidently present themselves to the world. And because our mission is to help every woman discover her smile. And if you want more information about me, there I am. So thank you very much for your time and for attending this wonderful event on what we should be wearing to the gala event. And now I just want to stop the share.
That was really informative, Adele. And Zoe had said something that she's a pear, but she never knew about accentuating her shoulders before.
Oh, beautiful shoulders.
You can't see Zoe, but she does have beautiful shoulders, I'm sure. It's really hard because when you look at the pictures, everybody is slim. And so it's like when you're trying to work out, you know, what your shape is. I think I'm with Sue. I'm an apple like Sue. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just
that's why you need to take measure.
Yes.
Take measure.
Yeah, that's really good. Could you potentially share the graphic of the tape measure thing again in one of our groups so that we can, or take a screenshot of it?
Yes. I've actually also got a video. I can also share a video on a video tutorial that I've made on how to measure a woman's body.
Yeah, because when you see the different apple pear, all those different inverted triangle, etc., I didn't realize that if you can't work it out visually, you can work it out with the measurements. So that would be that's quite good.
Yes, no problem.
All right, does anyone have any questions?
No,
we're all just thinking, has everybody got their outfit? That's the question. Yes, no,
not 100% yet, but I've got some good tips now, that's for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Adele.
It's a great pleasure. I just want to see, read here all the notes that you made so that I can have a look at them later. Great, thank you. Yes. Wonderful. And thank you to my daughter Kirsten for making those beautiful slides. She did them. She spent the whole week doing it.
Yeah. She's been a busy girl. Hey, one question I did have, you know, when do you know you put too much on? You know how they say, was it Coco Chanel said always take one thing off?
Yes.
How do you know
well,
when that's the case?
Yeah, you look always if I've got a necklace and rings on, I don't wear bracelets. If I've got very blingy jewelry on, then I kind of tone down the shoes and the bag. So yeah, there comes to a point where
Okay,
you're
okay.
going to be looking, you don't want to look like a Christmas tree, although it is Christmas, all right? So you can
Yes.
kind of get away with it for the Women with Altitude Andrea Award because we are blinging up and we're just celebrating coming out of a really difficult time and that we actually all made it to the awards. So if you want to bling up, just do it. But yeah, you'll look in the mirror and just go,
I
yeah.
love how you interpreted all the information. You were so spot on because I did not give you any tutorial. But it's like I want the girls to dress as much as they want, and I just don't want the men to feel they have to go and hire a tuxedo if they don't want to. Do you know what I mean? Because I just don't think they enjoy that part. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you just summed it up so well. Yeah.
I have a question. I jumped in late, so you probably might have mentioned it. So how do you pick your colors? Do you pick the color?
So if you haven't had your color analysis done, that's fine. But you've almost run out of time now. So you go by your gut feeling. So first of all, you may have had over the years compliments, and you might have thought, well, why am I getting this compliment? Is it something that I'm wearing? It's normally the color of what you're wearing. Or some people have gone, you're looking really tired today. It's probably the color. So you need to be tuned into that information that you're getting from other people. Or you can take yourself in front of a mirror or in front of daylight and just start with white, plain white on you. What does that do for you? All right. Then put plain black on you. What does that do for you? Look around your house, napkins, find napkins, or look in your cupboard and bring out different colors and put them up against you. And what makes you shine and what makes you disappear, all right? And that's how you work out your color. So if you're not sure, again, compliments. So then you start walking around in different, have you got colors in your wardrobe? You open your wardrobe, what's the dominant color in your wardrobe?
Black.
Pardon?
Black. Yeah.
Black.
So what's
interesting?
interesting? What's interesting?
You're a mindset coach. So you should have confidence, Sue. So do you wear black because you want to be bold? Or do you wear black because you're wanting to hide? Because I've had a lot of clients that I have styled over the years, and I have found, and I'm not judging anyone, but I have found that a lot of people in the public service wear black because they want to be invisible. All right.
Yeah.
So, I've got a client who's a lawyer of 30 years, a family lawyer. And so she's representing a woman who wants to keep her children. So she wants to intimidate the man. So she puts black on. All right. So you need to be looking at why you wear black. So when I had my colors done by someone in the US, we kept coming back to black. And she said, you know what, Adele? I just think you're a black. You look better in black. Black is good for you. And yet when I was having my photos done for my rebrand on Sunday with the photographer, I'm wearing pink. And he just went, Adele, pink's your color. All right. So feedback from others gives you a lot of indication as to what, if you haven't had time to have a color analysis, where we dig deep into your personality as well, your eye color, your hair color, your features. So looking at you now, because I'm not sure if you've got your makeup on. All right.
No,
but if you were going to be going, so
I would say, do you wear pale color? So I did a little bit when I worked for Schwarzkopf. They did a little bit of training for hairdressers to know what the right hair colors were to put on people. So one of the things that we learned, there was an amazing woman in Melbourne, and she said, like, if you've got light skin and light, so generally there's warm or cool, and then there's warm mid, warm light, warm dark, right? So someone with very dark olive skin might be warm dark. I'm a warm mid, would be my color, more warm mid to light. Some people who are cool and then light. So if you wear things like, so a cool light was things like white, yellow, baby pink, those kind of colors. And then when you're mid, you can make those colors go like a little bit deeper, if that makes sense. And what you look for is things like when Adele was saying, hold up colors in the light, have a look at your eyes, because what happens is when you have the wrong color on, you get like dark circles, or your veins start to become more prominent. That was some of the things that you could look for. When you're in a color that is great for you, you should have like a harmony, like a bit of a glow and a harmony to your skin. And you probably know, because there'll be things that you put on. Like whenever I wear cream, I don't wear cream that much because it's so messy. If I wear cream, like a really genuine cream, you know, like that, not just off-white, like really cream color, I would always get compliments. Oh, you look so nice today. And I think to myself, oh, it's because I'm in cream. Like I know that's a good color for me, like Adele said, with the compliments.
Yes.
So think to the things that you've always had compliments about, probably your color.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah. I've been wearing a little bit more of navy blue, because I'm very pale and I've got
That's what I was
white
thinking.
hair as well, almost. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
So I would
I
be going
went
for
too
pastel
pale.
shades. Have you tried a pink with that navy blue? Would probably be beautiful on you. I'm looking at your color of your skin. You know, I can't see clearly here, but I'm just giving suggestions. We've got to be very careful when we wear red on near our face and we've got red patches on our face. That will highlight and bring out accentuate the red in your skin. But then, of course, on the night, we're all going to be wearing foundations. And so then and concealers, so we can hide that redness. That's when you can start bringing in a brighter, more than a soft color. You could go with a brighter color. But again, looking at the tone of your skin, what's it going to do to your skin if I bring these colors near my face? So then you can still wear the colors if you love them, but then wear a scarf or something or a necklace that's going to distract from that closer to your face to enhance your color.
Okay, yeah.
If you're liking blue, Sue, then maybe what you could do is experiment with different shades of blue. Because the other thing about the color palette is that there are warm blues, cool blues, light blues, dark blues. Like there's so many things. And like even brown, for example, there's a cool brown. I wear lots of brown, but if it's a cool brown, it doesn't look good on me. But if it's a warm brown, it works. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where that warm and cool thing comes in.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Great.
that.
So I'm looking forward to
Adele,
seeing
this was
you.
really good. Thank you so much for offering this and giving up your time. Adele said to me, you know, I'd love to help and contribute and would this be helpful? And I think it really has.
Great.
It's been really helpful, right, everyone? Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you all there.
Yes.